Hello, my hosts, and welcome to a Kerbal Space Program stream. Today we are going to be launching a space telescope, and then we are going to be arranging a flyby. So let's go right into that. Okay. There we go. Right. Let's just check on let's check on these ones. So we have this Eve transfer window coming up, and we've got two sphere of influence changes, but they're all in about 335 days, so we have got plenty of time to build this satellite, which we'll do right now. So we're going to open up. If we go to this Eve probe, does that have... Yep, it has the power station on top of it. So what we'll do is we'll zoom in. Remove the parts that are not needed for the task we are going to be doing. And you still need power. Let's leave those magnetometers on there. Don't need accelerometers. Don't need that. Don't need that. But we definitely need is one of the cargo. We definitely need is scientific instruments, communication, infrared telescope. Is there anything else we can shove on there as well? Light scanning arm, what does this do? Work on distant planets. Survey scanner. Okay, that scans planets. So only this one is kind of relevant. And as I recall correctly, this thing is massive. So we'll stick it. Remove that. Stick that down on top of there. And we'll go to communications. We'll stick. Wonder what. Probably be putting these in independent orbit. That looks kinda neat. Okay. And we'll top it off. With a docking port, which actually. Put another fuel tank. And things roughly in line with that. Ah, good. They've still got the... That was a little silly. Right. And that... Oh, casing still fits cleanly over it. That's cool. Right. Let's check our power to weight ratio. That is fine as well. Okay. I think this one will be called IR. Please go. Rename that. Things look good. Got a total delta V that's looks like it's going to be enough. It's got its own smarts. I think things will be fine. And we have... Just realised something. We've got that probe. Does it have a... Yeah, it does. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we had a taxi underneath it. Sorry, a separate mechanism. So we'll save this. And we'll go for launch, shall we? Thing is, with this ship, all we have to do is to get her into an escape trajectory, so we don't have to worry about circularizing into a staging orbit. We can just go up and just keep going up. So, maximum thrust. Not sure what that warning was. I'll have to check it in the replay. So, gaining altitude. If something expired on our contracts. No. Okay, so quite slow vehicle, but it's because it's quite heavy. At least it's mostly stable. Seeing a slight drift to the west, but no lean, which is quite good. Still gaining altitude and velocity, which is nice. It's gonna stage quite soon. staging. Now, okay, start off a slight gravity turn. That's fine. Continue. Gain velocity. Not seeing any loss of stability either. Just want to lean over so that most of our thrust gets used to increase our orbital velocity rather than just fighting gravity. Because going sideways is what keeps us up. Okay. We are continuing to have a nice smooth gravity turn here. Then our next stage is confusing to me. What's that? Okay. Just keep leaning us over. Good. Move those down into that section there. I think that make things a bit more legit. Okay. We are gaining. Let's just double check. Yep. So basically what I want is for this to leave orbit. Ah! And now we have just adjust there. Right, so now we are heading out. This is going to keep going up. All nice and clean. Now, so long as we get escape velocity, this will launch us into orbit. Excellent. Now, how are we going? Well, launch us into solar orbit. Up it goes. Perhaps I should have ensured a slightly steeper trajectory, but it's still, we've got plenty of fuel in here, so we will quickly gain. As we go faster, this actual loop gets further out, and will actually grow faster because of the O-birth effect. So soon. Oh. Once again, we have a. Not sure what it is with the mun. Seems really easy to get captured by it when you do not want it to be. And here we go. Yeah. So it is on. Oh, contract complete. What's it? Received science data from around Kerbal. I must have done that before. Okay. So, you are heading out there. So let's add a new alarm for SOE change. Add alarm. That will happen in 12 days. And come back here. Going to be renaming control from here, rename vessel. Just want to mark its type as, it's not a probe, let's say it's science. Actually, it's going to have to be a probe, except extend, oops, let's run the magnum order, retract the arm. We'll run that test once we get into orbit. Let's go back to the Space Center. Now, let's check on our mission things. Add a new part. Seismic survey. Ah. Landing gear at launch site. Okay. Where do they want to go? Oh, they want to go to the mun. They're not going there. And I'm not going to put in something in a synchronous orbit of... Not going to put in anything in a synchronous orbit of Eve. Okay. So let's warp to our next mission. Oh, sorry about that. Right. Just going to drop into the tracking station. Hold on, it doesn't do the fast forward while I'm in here. Okay. Switch to that. telescope. You are now... delete and close. Still haven't... Still haven't escaped the orbit yet. So we just... Wow, yeah. So... Are we in planetary... Here we go. Hello! How are you going today? I am going quite well. I've just launched myself a satellite with an infrared telescope, and we're going to go comet hunting. I'm just going to check that we are high over the sun. You focus the telescope out into space, scanning for celestial bodies. Excellent. We can transmit the data back. Upload that. We have also a magnetometer. Where is the magnetometer? Ah, cool. Having a space station is really cool. And actually, I'm going to show you mine shortly after we do these little missions. Run the magnetometer. I'll probe some data out of basically the magnetosphere. You measured the interaction between the solar wind and the magnetic field of this body as it deflects charged particles. Ah, cool. I haven't gotten really into the modding scene for Kerbal Space Program in a while. Transmit that data as well. Okay, done. Now we are mapping comets and asteroids. Excellent. So in time it should discover some and fulfill our contract to discover our comets. Right. Next I'm going to test is I'm going to go to the space station here to fly it. I'm going to check if we got some science on here that we can transmit back. Extend the solar panels as well. There's some of those. So how much science is in here? Oh, we've got 8 units of science, so we can transmit that back. 1.8 science added. And we're going back to researching. Excellent. Everything is going quite fine. We've got 257 science, so we can move to doing can unlock another thing. Better wings. better controls, or better landing camps. Wow, that's a lot of mods installed. I am thinking better landing cams. There we go. Let's see what else we can see. Build a new science outpost on demand. That might be cool. I am in career mode, so I have to keep an eye on the amount of money that we have and the amount of money that we're spending. So also, this is why I occasionally do these really cheap but easy missions. So test the landing gear at the launch site. So we have like that, and I'll get the landing gear. So which landing gear did it want to be tested? 𝕊𝔸℉ℸ landing gear. 𝕊𝔸℉ℸ Mark 1. And it's done that weird thing where, let's see, 𝕊𝔸-60. There it is. That looks ridiculous. And we will launch this ridiculous little thing. And we run the test. We get rewarded money, and we recover the vessel. Well, it's what they wanted. And we get 1,650 credits for that. Excellent. Now, I'm just going to read this note here. Mapping over a length of time, as long as any active sentence operating, they do not need to be lunarly launched or receive progress not as suitable comets are mapped. Excellent. So those will be mapping, and I'm not going to fall for the whole Alt F12 thing. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to fast forward to our next window. But I'm going to do that actually inside of here because I don't like it flickering. Here we go. So we are now fast forwarding to our transfer window for Eve. And we've got 1 out of 2 comets mapped. Excellent. And we'll soon have another one, I suspect. Yep. We've mapped both of them. Excellent. And it's from the infrared telescope. And what I'm looking for, I'm not sure if it's going to be a base. Eve probe, yeah. So this is the one we'll be jumping to very shortly. Okay. Now we'll slow down and we'll be able to jump into our Eve probe. Delete and close. So, Eve probe. My craft is kind of weird. Its name is Meatloaf. It's named by my brother, who is too dumb to name things. Well, meatloaf is a good meal, and an even better musician. So this one, we want to go to Eve, which is there. Set that as the target. And we will want it to be pointing in that direction. So we'll put the maneuver there. And we'll extend this out. We'll have a look at our orbit, see how that comes out. Right, where is the orbit? Okay, there it is. That's where we're going to have the point of nearest approach. I'm just going to adjust our orbit slightly. And suddenly disappears. What's happening here? Why? Ah! It does suddenly disappears because it gets an encounter. Excellent. So if we zoom in on Eve, should show a line coming near it. Nope. It's weird. I'm always confused by how you can sort of like just lose these encounter nodes. Okay, let's adjust ourselves a bit more. Just finding So it's coming in, what, 2,000, 2,100, then it's gone. 13, 1,013, 1,006. Ah, there, that's better. That's a proper encounter. And now if we adjust it, we can probably bring it down. So have it in orbit for longer. That's better. Just like that. Oopsie daisy. We lost it again. Huh. Meatloaf Lander. It's got a nice bit of alliteration with the l sounds. As it goes. Just want to adjust the orbit so things come out sort of clean. I think that's the best we can do from here. Now we'll move the ship into the correct alignment for the maneuver node. Because it's long and it's a little bit strangely shaped, we might have a bit of a stability issue, but we can live with that. Okay. Right. Let's fast forward to the maneuver node. Excellent. And we've got the sunlight on us as well. Okay. Here we go. So, there we go. Now to wiggle itself a bit. That down into there, so it'll split off cleanly, and we are ready to break orbit. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just slowly upping the thrust on this, because we don't want it to snap itself apart, and we'll just burn out the last bit of fuel in here. Now we'll fly off the rest with the atomic engines. Hopefully we've already not sure if we've already reached escape velocity. But shouldn't have much problem with the debris. And we now have our Eve probe heading out to swing by Eve, and we'll extend these extra solar panels. A little bit of extra power. There we go. Right. Oh, we've got... I'll have to check the contracts as we fly this one out. So, what have we got? About a minute more of burn time to put these in. These engines are great. They use very little fuel. The problem is they are just so slow. Ah, just escaped. You see escape velocity. So we will be flying through interstellar space now. I'll just adjust our angles slightly. Even tiny adjustments at this stage will have big effects on where we end up. And Eve is somewhere up there, just around that spot. Oops. There we go. Now, we'll add in here a correction at this point here to improve our encounter. So pull back. Oops. Ah, awesome. That does sound really cool. I'm gonna focus view on it again. Just want to get the... Yep. Focus view. Just want to get our encounter be nice and close after we do the correction. And oops. Let's kill that. Not sure what happened there. And we are coming in. Come on. Right. Yep. Has a proper encounter. When we look here. Right. And again, we just fiddle around with these until everything looks right. Or we completely lose it again. Okay. Aha. So, see if we can adjust that by moving it. That's better. It's getting nice and close now. Awesome. Add you. Alarm clock. Great alarm for the next maneuver. Add that as an alarm. Let's check out the things. So we launch large landing gear at the launch site. You get $6.4 million thousand for that. Excellent. We've detected 2 comets with it, so we get 65k, 11 science, and 19 reputation. Also great. Going to go back to the Space Center. I think that means 101. If we go to our space lab, fly that, we should have accumulated a whole lot of science in here now. Yep, so we can transmit this science. Science, there we go. Ah, we've ran out of power. But we've got so much of it, so let's just fast forward until fully charged. Try to transmit the science again. Okay. Let's go to you. Go to allow partial and go to transmit the data. That's weird. If we go to transmit data now, transmit science. Ah, okay. Cancel that. I'll go through another orbit and recharge. What I might do is fix this up by actually transferring the science off by visiting it. Okay, so fully charged. Come on, charge up, you silly thing. There we go. So again, it's fully charged. Allow partial. Go back to there. Transmit the science again. See if we can get a partial upload. Transmission. Not sure if that gave us more data. Anyway, we will go and see what we can do. Nope. So we would have to visit it to get the data off it. Mission. Build a new orbital station. Plant a satellite. Repair. Nope. Those all look particularly uninteresting to me. So, let's fast forward to the maneuver. And what next? Hold on. What next? So, here is us. Jump to the vessel. Delete, close. So we move round to there. We're going to do a quick burn to adjust our orbits. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. This is our nice little correction. The Mid-North launch lander looks like a Saturn V, with the difference, instead of 5 F1 engines, about I put 9 F1 engines. That looks, sounds like it would be fairly aggressive. Okay, how has that corrected ourselves? So if we look at E, focus view, we get a nice high flyby. Excellent. Hello, 𝕊𝔸ℕ𝔻ℝ𝔸. It only has 2 stages rather, and the other one is the lander. Okay. So this is escape. This is capture. So add, create an alarm on cell change, add that alarm, so it'll happen in about a year's time. Okay, let's do one last mission, which will be this one. So swap to this one. Which one's this? What will this vessel be? Ah, this is our Juno probe. So it is coming to meet up with Juna. Let's check. Yep, we've got plenty of power. We've got our 2 relay antennas, which just reach there. So I'm going to do a quick save. We are, can we actually see the planet? The planet's going to be behind us. Going to be dropping into it, I expect. Ah, thank you very much. Okay, let's fast forward to our encounter with the planet. Let's have a look. So we'll be encountering Juna shortly. Might be just a little dot behind us. Yeah, you can hardly see it. Delete, close. But here we are. We have entered the system. If you escape, then that is okay. Going to adjust ourselves a bit. Just going to check something because it's weird. If we go conduct a mutual site survey, this experiment still hasn't actually cut across the sphere of influence boundary. Would see a, it's like a kick in here normally. First flyby of Juna. Okay. Ah, good. We are now in the orbit of Juna. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit so we're deeper in the orbit. And we'll start running the science. So, control materials survey. High over Juna. The high radiation environment causes a few of the samples to glow. Looks like this would be fun to paint a rocket with this. Keep that experiment. We have the goo. Feels right at spot. Okay. Service bay just contains. Open this up. There's nothing useful in there. Close. So we have the science. What we can now do is we can try and get out of maneuver. I'm going to see if we can get a maneuver to take us back to Kerbal. which should be below us. So set that as target. And just here. That's not going to work. Like that. Okay. Just keep... There we go. It's a capture, but it's no good because it uses too much fuel. What else can we do? Well, that's not going to ever go well. Abort test burn engine. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work either. Just want to cover this vessel, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it that way because the timing's all wrong. So what else can we do? We probably have to wait a bit. I am wondering if we just cancel this. I said cancel. And look at our thing after we've left orbit. I think I'm on 1.7. I'll have to check later. I can't check at the moment. Wondering if we do it like this, we'll get a better result. No. Now we still got issues with timing. Ah, that's better. Go like that. Nope. It's a little worrying. We might not be able to recover this vessel. That's fine. We'll orbit it around. And when it gets to its closest approach, we will then transmit the science back. Actually, when we get it to its closest approach, can we... add a maneuver? Actually, how about if we add a maneuver here to bring it back like this? Nope. It's no good. Okay. Great alarm. Is there one for closest approach? No, but there is one for Periapsis and alarm. So we'll transmit the data back at that point where the vessels are closer together. But so got a couple of missions going. Things are looking well. Head back to the Space Center. I think we've actually had a really good session. Yep, up to 111 science, which is not enough for new tech. So we'll look at the contracts. Just some. Oh, we've got another Sentinel infrared telescope. Excellent. And that. There we go. I think this is a good spot to pause the game and continue later on. So I'll just save us here. And I'll say thank you everybody for watching. Tomorrow we'll be playing a bit of Minecraft, and perhaps a little bit later on today I might have a Guerrilla RimWorld session. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you later.